Okay, so today I have got a meeting with one of my cousins about her website. She's got an e-commerce store and she's wanting to add some different payment options where she accepts like it's options that do payment plans. So she's got to sign up. I'm trying to think, it's like Sezzle and Afterpay. Yeah, that's what it is. So I gotta get her signed up on the accounts and then get the plugins built into WooCommerce and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna be doing that is at 2 p.m. and until then I'm gonna be just researching it and making sure I know what I'm talking about when I hop on the call. But even calls with my cousin, they still make me a little nervous when I jump on them. I gotta know what I'm talking about, so I do as much research as I can about everything. Besides that, I'm just gonna be I'm in the middle of taking this Udemy course. It's digital marketing by Robin and Jasper. It's pretty good. I read this digital marketing book and I do not recommend it. That's on my book list of books do not read. It's like complete digital marketing in 2021 or something like that. But that book it's really bad. I mean, there's some information you can get from it, but for the most part, it's just a real high overview of things. And if you're gonna read something like that is more of a high overview, I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend Story Brand. I hear is really good. I've actually got that on my Audible account. I'm gonna listen to it pretty soon. I don't know if it's gonna be my next book. I think I'm almost done with Atomic Habits, and it is like really good. I can already tell that I'm gonna read that one again. Get you in a really good mind state to do all the things that you want to do, but kind of get a little too lazy to do them. So that's my plan, at least. Yeah, I think Story Brand is next. Story Brand is about telling your story of your brand in a way that draws your customer to it and makes them want to use your service or products. So that'll be really good. I'm kind of bouncing around the Robin and Jasper digital marketing course right now. I need to get the SEO. I need to get the copywriting part done, but I've got this customer that's been asking about Facebook ads, so I want to get that part done too, so that I can be more knowledgeable about it when she asks. I'm pulling into the office now, so I'm gonna get in here and get to work. All right, so I want to do an update. Actually, got the office all to myself this morning. There's nobody else up here. So, what I had going on yesterday on my cousin's website was she has an online store and she wanted to offer Afterpay so people could go in and order her products, but they wouldn't have to pay until after it's ordered. I think it breaks it into 4 payments. So we've been doing a lot of stuff on her website lately to optimize her sales. We also just recently connected Automate Woo. It automates WooCommerce and sends out emails during certain situations and coupon codes. So if somebody leaves items in her cart, it'll send them in their cart, then it'll send them an email saying, hey, you got this item left in your cart. I don't know if she offers a coupon for that, but she offers coupons to people for their birthdays, and after they hit a certain amount of money that they've purchased, she offers them a coupon, and really helps draw business back to her website. So that's what I did yesterday. And then so the last networking group I went to, I talked to one of the guys and set up a meeting with him, a second meeting with him, to talk about his website for a medical massage. And I remembered I saw this other guy that actually looked over his website before, and he had told me at one point to send him some information on some prior clients and what I thought about his website, and what we could do to probably optimize some conversions on it, make sure he's getting some more sales. And I looked over it before and I forgot to send him anything. So right now I'm going to go through and look at it, and I'm going to make a recording and send it to him. That way I can actually get, it's not a face-to-face, but he can actually see my face and see what I'm talking about, and I can go through and show him on the computer. I've used Loom recently, but it seems like, I don't know if it's the internet over here, which I don't see it would, because the internet over here is pretty good, but I've been having some audio problems with it, and I think I'm just going to do the regular screen recorder that I've downloaded, which is Flashback Pro. It's a free screen recorder, so I use that. But that it's hard for me. I'm actually getting better at it, but it was hard for me to get the videos correct the first time, and I was having to go through and do a bunch of edits before, because I also do tutorials for my clients to show them how to do stuff on their website, because everybody needs to know the basics, at least, of maintaining a WordPress website. So I always create some videos, and then editing has been a pain in the butt. So finally got this XPS 15, which it really helps with it's got a i9 processor in it, and this thing is really, really fast. It cuts my render times on video editing down like incredibly. So that's been a big help. And besides that, I also need to go through and work on a bit of a proposal before I go into this next meeting next week with the medical massage guy, because he was talking about pricing. He seems like he thought $2,200 was a little high for a bare bones website, but if I can write up a proposal and bring it with me into this next meeting, even though I don't have I don't know all the functionality he's going to need. I know that he's talking about having a booking system, so I'll go ahead and get that included. That way he can see everything broken down into a list, and I can talk to him, about, well, it's hard. A lot of people don't understand this. They just want a price. Give me a price. Well, it's for me to really get a good price, I have to know what all's going to go into the website. But I can show him what we're looking at, and then go from there and see if he has any other add-ons that he would want, and show him maybe some features that are not mandatory, but I would suggest for him to have, like stuff like getting your analytics hooked up is really important to see where your traffic's coming from, how much traffic you're getting, and see at what point your traffic ends up going up, because I know that there's going to be things that we're going to want to do to optimize his website, and he starts marketing it out there. That would be really great. I've been starting to offer some marketing stuff too, which is another thing I need to do, is get back on my digital marketing course. And then something else I got to do is work on my own website. I hear this all the time with other web designers. It's like your own website is like it's like the cobbler that's kids doesn't have any shoes, or got holes in his shoes. You work on everybody else's stuff, and you don't have enough time to work on your own. So I need to work on my own website. It's like I don't have any, well, I got some paid work done yesterday, but I don't have much as far as paid work that I need to get done right now. But I've got so much other things that I got to do, so I've still got to get to it and keep optimizing, keep getting better, keep going to networking meetings. So one of the beautiful things about being an entrepreneur, I got a rough phone call that had me a little stressed out, so I was like, I'm gonna go home and work on something else. I got these rails built on the side, now I'm going back to the office.
Hey, so yeah, yesterday I got kind of stressful phone call. It wasn't about work or anything, but decided to go home and work on some poker table rails, which is pretty much my night job. Um, I was able to go do that, clear my head, and then come back up to the office and get some more stuff done. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I use to keep track of my work and what I'm doing. Let's see. So I use Trello. I was in a web design group last night talking. We have like a video meetup that we do every Thursday afternoon. And I was up here at the office yesterday doing that, and they were talking about Gantt charts and Airtable and all these project management tools. That's a little bit more advanced than what I need. I just need something simple to where I can move certain tasks along, make sure I'm getting everything done. This helps me to remember everything. So I have like a Trello board for just for my company in general, and then each job I have a Trello board for too. And that's how I use that. I've been thinking, let's see. I've been thinking about this customer, this client, this prospecting client that I might have, or that I have a meeting with, that I might be able to lock down this next Wednesday. And I mean, he kind of threw a hint out there that he wanted me to lower my price a little bit. I've been thinking about that. I think I really need to focus on making sure that he sees the value of the work during this next meeting instead of trying to bring my price down, because I've got burnt on that before, like pretty bad. Once you let them start talking your price down, it doesn't go well. Maybe I can figure something small to throw in for free, like a small little service or something like that. But as far as bringing my main price down, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that, which I think is good. I think that's the right move. I guess tune into to next week's episode to see how that turns out, because I got a meeting with him on Monday. Something else come up yesterday was had one of my clients, another prospecting client, reach out to me about, I'm not going to show you any of her information, but this here, she wants to, which is good, she wants to make sure that she has all this stuff in place on her website: accessibility statement, privacy policy, terms and service, or terms and conditions, whatever you want to call it. And I went through and I did research, and this is what I would be able to get the prices at. And then, just to generate the forms, I doing a little extra. Actually, she wants an accessibility plugin too, which is going to be really cool. It and make sure that the website is accessible for anybody with disabilities, which is the right thing to do. And if you're a larger company, you're a big target for getting sued for stuff like that if you're not compliant. But anyway, so this is like the cheapest I could find with stuff. And then she sends me this email about like a free service that would do this. I thought, oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's look into it though. I went ahead and looked into it, and it ended up being like, it says it's free. Stuff say that it's free all the time, but you got to be real wary of that. So, I mean, not that I don't like to get free things. I use a lot of free software to keep my overhead down, but it ended up being, I think, like $350 for the privacy policy, and then like a little over $300 for the terms of service. So yeah, that didn't work out. But I went through and checked it all out for her. I sent all the information back to her. I said, and in the end, it all this is all gonna fall back on her anyways, and she knows that, which is good. That's important to let them know that the terms of service and privacy policy, it's legal requirements, and I can generate them for you, but they need your final approval, because it's not gonna be me that they're gonna come and sue, and I keep that in my in my agreement that we sign whenever we start a job. But I was very nice. I told her it's on you. Whatever you really want to do, I'll do research and I'll make it happen either way. So hopefully she's pretty pleased with that. I haven't got an email back from her yet. Oh yeah, and speaking of free stuff, this is WPS Office. This is like a Microsoft suite. It's got everything, like spreadsheets. I don't know who does PowerPoints anymore. I guess some people still do. I still see PowerPoint sometimes. But this has got all that stuff for free, and I actually have Microsoft Office 365 or whatever it's called, and I don't use it. So I think I'm going to probably next year not resubscribe to Microsoft, because I really don't like their emailing. I think I'm going to go with G Suite next year. And I've gotten used to this. I just use that. And then for Photoshop, instead of Photoshop, I use GIMP, which is really great. And it's completely free, open source. I mean, I like it. And Photoshop is really expensive. I mean, not that Microsoft is cheap, but let's see. I just will go through how I keep some of this overhead down. What else? Well, my recorder that I'm on, I use Flashback. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. I would just show it to you on my computer, but I'm using it right now, so I don't know how that would turn out. But this is completely free screen recorder. I use DaVinci Resolve. Ooh, what happened? That's right. For video editing, this is completely free, and it's really good too. What else? For bookkeeping, this is important. It's just for sending invoices and stuff. I use Wave. Oh, okay, good. Because I'm logged in right now. I don't want to pull that up. But I use Wave, and so it'll send your invoices, it'll do all your bookkeeping. You can do, of course, with your bookkeeping, have all your profit and losses in there. It's a POS, a point of sale, so you can collect payments directly from Wave. I think it's something like just like any payment processor. It does charge for that, but I mean, you're gonna have to pay for payment processing no matter how you look at it. I think it's probably around maybe 2.9% or something like that for processing fees, but everything else is completely free. And I mean, not that anybody really does this, but if you take cash or check payments, you can still enter it in and it's going to be free. I think, oh yeah, see, and then if they do direct bank transfers, it's only 1%, 2.9% plus 30 cents on every, see? Yeah, I was right. So that's not too bad. If you have a client that saves their card in your system, it goes through really fast too, like in a day or two, I believe. But that's really been really helpful. It's really easy to keep your accounts in line. You can go in there and attach receipts and all kinds of stuff like that. Any other freebies? Let's see. I don't know. I will let you know on the next episode if I think of anything else. And I guess we'll get caught up on how next week went. It's Friday. I'm about to get out of here.